Alrighty, how's it going? Back again with another review. Today I'm taking a look at this. How do you pronounce this? Dumoreau? Fuck knows. It's the model number's DM01 in blue, obviously. First up. Oh Jesus, that's awful. Let's change the settings of this blooming thing. Right guys, I'll not bother attempting to pronounce this all the way through the review, so we'll just call it the DM01. Right, sports watch obviously. American assembled, I don't think it's American made. Assembled in California, I believe. Really nice watch by the way, but spoiler. Let's go through price wise. You're looking at $395 US or 289 or 290 pounds. It's in stock now, it's not a Kickstarter launch or anything like that. Oh, and in case you've never seen the pop-up, I don't have to return this watch, so happy days. Get to keep this one. Doesn't happen very often, but I appreciate it when it does happen. And this is, I'll keep this because I do like it. Look how solid that is. Right, anyway. Excuse me. Let's talk dimensions. The case, I'll give you my measurements, know what they are listing on their website, but they are quite close, so I'll give them that. Right, case diameter, you're looking at 38.3 mil. The overall thickness, including the sapphire, it's flat anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the overall thickness is 10.1. I like that. Lug to lug I measured in at 46.4. And the lug width, well, good luck with that. But I will say that the bracelet at this kind of fattest point, you're looking at, what did I measure it? 22.7 mil. But it tapers, look at that taper, man. It tapers all the way down to 15.5 mil at the butterfly clasp. More on that later. Movement wise, you've got a true no date Miyota 9039, 28,800 vibrations per hour, 24 joules, hackable self-winding, 42 hour power reserve. The usual. Material, it's all stainless steel, solid case back, stainless steel mid case, bezel, crown, bracelet, whole shebang. Steel sports watch, brushed and polished, but we'll go over that in more detail. If I'll take it now. Let's see. It's mostly brushed, and you've got that sort of channel there along the mid case. Oh, is that a wee scratchy poo already? Fuck! Fucking is it not? Bastard! Anyway, it's brushed pretty much everywhere on the top surfaces and the side and the crown. The only bit of polish in there is on that side edge of the fixed bezel. The obviously vertical brushed on top. All looks very nice. Good quality as well, I've got to say that. Really good quality finishing. It's quite hard to see on camera, but if you do actually have a good look at this, if you get one, if you look at the polishing is like really well done. It's quite hard to show on camera, but I've noticed it's like a mirror basically, the polished bits that have been done. You've got a wee polished chamfered edge there along the top edge of the case. Nothing on the bottom right enough. Was that a wee bit of polishing there in the case back? I would think it is. I never noticed that before. Good. I like it. The bracelet, it's all brushed. And it does match the case perfectly. I mean, it is integrated, so it has been designed specifically for this watch. You've got a small chamfered polished edge there along the top edge of the links. It does match it without it being too blingy. It's no blingy at all, really. You look at it like that, like, you know, you can't see any polishing really. It's only when you're moving it and it catches the light. It's really good. The bracelet as well, it's superb. I mean, look at that. Articulates pretty much straight. It's going to fit a bunch of its sizes, this one. It's a really, really good bracelet. My only when I first seen it, I'm like, oh fuck my life, man. They fucking ruined it with a butterfly clasp. I hate a butterfly clasp because you can never get the right size. However, on this one, it fits my wrist perfectly. So I need to eat my own words there. So I can't really complain. Double push buttons there. It's another fucking scratch. Bastard. Maybe they should have put a harness coating on this. I'm really good with my watches too. I look after my watches. Does that come off? No, there's still a wee scratch there. Still excellent clasp. Bracelet overall. I would have preferred to have seen the option. I don't know if any of you are aware, but the fucking hell, I can't even get the word out. Dumoreau DRZ04 sports watch that had the same sort of style of bracelet, and when you first took it out of the box, there was a butterfly clasp, but you had the option, thankfully, to take that out, and you could swap this whole butterfly mechanism out for a traditional deploying clasp. And it was I mean, as soon as the watch arrived, I got a Dumoreau DRZ04. I actually reviewed it, got a brilliant review. It's actually sitting on my ZaltekReviews.com elite list. That's how good the Dumoreau is. There is a Dumoreau DRZ05 coming soon, which I'm going to review, but I'm not here to fucking talk about Dumoreau all the time. I'm talking about this fucking... Oh, I'm even going to pronounce it. DM01. There you go. Right, where was I? Right, I've talked enough about the bracelet and clasp, the case back. It's really flat, in fact, which is good. I mean, as I say, the thickness of this watch is brilliant. 10mm, man. Fucking superb. It's just got some basic details there etched into the back, which is all good. There's two colourways. Excuse me. There's two colourways of this watch. This this one, obviously, blue, and there's a copper version. Some people have called it a salmon dial, but no, I'll stick with copper. It looks more copperish than it does pinky salmon, in my opinion. Anyway, there's only a few of the copper ones left, and there isn't a great deal of these left as far as I'm aware, because there was more of this one made. There was 100 and... how many was it? 150 of the blue ones and 50 of the copper ones made, I believe, for this run. And I believe they're not making any more. So when they're sold out, they're gone. So, oh, I better continue with the specs, eh? Where was I? Done that, said that. The dial, I'll talk more about the dial later, but briefly, the dial, it's got this kind of raised pattern, and it's really, really nice when you see it in person. It's lovely. And it's see, when I actually took this watch and I put it under macro. I can't show you the macro because I was using a loop, and I inspected it, and the level of detail and finishing that's on this watch, I mean, it's flawless. I can't fault it. Nothing bad about it whatsoever. I couldn't even find any imperfections anywhere. Now remember, this watch costs under $400, and I mean, the build quality is superb. I can't fault it. Aye, that's the pattern. I'll try and get a close up of that with the light. Has like a kind of sunburst effect over that pattern as well, and it does reflect the light really well, in fact. All the indices are applied with polished surrounds, and the same goes for the hands. I don't think... I should have took notes when I had it under macro, but me being the professional I am, I totally forgot. No, I think they're flat. Oh, is that beveled? No, I think they're flat. Aye. Lume wise, I'll show you a lume shot later. This a BGW9, and it is, for a sports watch, it's perfect. I can't fault it. It's not at diver's watch level or anything like that, but the sports watches I've experienced, excuse me, the lume on this is good. Talked about the bracelet. The sapphire's flat, as I mentioned. There's plenty. Well, remember, these lights that I've got in here are extremely bright, and it does a good job. The anti-reflective coatings, I don't know how many layers or whatever, but yeah, solid. 100, fuck's sake, get in shot. 100 metres water resistance with a screw down crown as well, which I like. I mean, you don't need a screw down crown for 100 metres of water resistance with some watches, but I like a screw down crown. It just gives me that peace of mind when I'm setting the time and I'm finished and whatnot. Done that. So the crown itself, it's 5.5mm, and you can see there it's square, which is unusual. I found it a bit weird when I was setting the time for the first time, because to be honest, there isn't a lot of grip, and the square thing just kind of throws you. But obviously you can set the time, screw it back down and just forget about it. Weight wise of the watch, Now with this sized up for my 6 3/4 inch wrist, I weighed it in at 116 grams. I think that's got a lot to do with that taper on the bracelet. That's got to shave quite a fair chunky weight off the watch. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't stop coughing, man. Maybe I need another fag to go and kickstart my lungs or something. Anyway, where was I? That's about basically it, really. Without me, I mean, I've been talking about it now for what, nearly 15 minutes. Brilliant watch. I can't fault it. I love the dial. I love the pattern on the dial and everything. I love the way it wears. Talking of which, I better take a screenshot, fucking screenshot? Wrist shot. Talking of which, I'm wearing this one today. The Phoebus Nebula in blue. With BG09. Anyway, not talking about that today. Not talking about that ever, because I've done a review on that. I'll just... oh, shit balls. Hang on a sec. I'm fumbling about in the background. Put that over there. Fucking gloves. See, try to do anything with gloves on, man. It's fucking impossible. Just talk amongst yourselves as normal. Right, there we go. Wrist shot. Look at that. Fits my wrist perfectly, man. Even my wife commented on it. She can't stand watches. Well, when I say that, she just doesn't give a shit, really. But she actually said, well, that's a nice one. Look at the way the light reflects on that bracelet. Look at the taper. Look, and it fits my wrist, which is a first for me, I'll tell you, with a fucking butterfly clasp. Anyway. Looks great. Can't fault it. What you want now? Fucking lume shot would be handy. I've got about fucking 16 million lights on here. So, 1 second. Worry if I could press the fucking pause button with a glove on. Hang on. Right, guys. Let's see what the lume's like then. Get a wee blast with my torch. There you go. Lasts well as well. I've got to say, the lume, I was quite impressed with the lume on this. Let's see if I can get a better. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Lume's great. It's nice and evenly applied. It does fade over time, obviously, but it does last for a really good while. And for a sports watch, I think the lume on this is great. Anyway, I think I've rattled on long enough. Award-wise on this one, definitely giving it a gold award. Why no platinum, I hear you ask? What's the bad bits about it? There's nothing bad about this watch. Nothing at all. Brilliant finish. Good choice of movement. I just can't stand that butterfly clasp, even though it does fit my wrist. But no watch is perfect. As you all know. Anyway. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay. Toodles!